What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another beer review. Today we are looking at the final beer in the Founders Barrel Series for 2023. This one's none other than Founders CBS, their Canadian Breakfast Stout. Somebody had reached out to me a little while ago and saying I was missing a couple of the Barrel Age Series beers. Every year what I go off of is on Founders website. If you go up and click their beers and go to the Barrel Age Series, whatever's listed there is what I go off of, because I think those are the ones that get like a national release. I know that they've released a couple other ones that have the Barrel Age Series stamp on there, like the Cranfather, which I was able to try, and that was just a weird beer to me. And then they did Headless Guardsman, which I never got my hands on, which is a barrel-aged pumpkin beer. And they just released another one that maybe I can hunt down. Maybe it'll hit my area. I don't know. But it was Ginger Spice Barreled and Nice, which is a barrel-aged barley wine. Hope it comes around because I love me a good barrel-aged barley wine. But I'll leave a link down in the description below to that site where it has all of this year's Barrel Age Series beers on their website. Enough of me rambling. It's all about this beer today. Founders CBS. What is this guy? It is a imperial stout brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in bourbon barrels with maple syrup. Clocking in at 11.7% ABV, 45 IBUs. This guy was bottled on 10/17/23, so a month and a half in the bottle at the time of review. Little blurb back here says, the legendary CBS returns. CBS is a bold imperial stout featuring chocolate and coffee that has been aged in bourbon barrels with maple syrup. The sweet but balanced aromas of maple syrup and chocolate fill the air, while notes of toasted oak and vanilla become more profound with every sip, melding together in what can only be described as a transcendent drinking experience. We shall see. Like it says on here, it says the legendary CBS returns. So much like a couple of the other beers in this year's series, this is a re-release of a beer that they've done before. So Sweet Repute was a re-release this year, as well as the French Toast Bastard and CBS. So 3 of the 6 that aren't the KBS and Backwoods Bastard, which are just year-long offerings in the series. So 3 of the 6, half of them were re-released beers. So this guy was originally bottled in, I believe, 2011, and it isn't released every year. So they did 2011, 2014, and then they did a span of 3 years, 2017 through 2019. And in 2019, they said that they were going to do away with this beer. They weren't going to produce it anymore. But it's back. This beer used to come in the big bombers, kind of like the Sweet Repute did. Used to come in the big bombers, like this size. This is a 2017. Also, it had a little Canadian Mountie on the horse for some reason. I guess because it was getting discontinued back in 2019. No Mountie. Fell off. He's gone. And they continued with no Mountie again this year. Founders, bring the Mountie back. I want to see him riding the horse. But yeah, like I said, I've had this beer. Every year that it's been bottled and released, I've had it. And it's always been a big treat for me. Back in 2011, when I first had it, this beer blew my mind. I don't think that anybody was doing anything with like maple and maple barrels. This was the first beer that I ever experienced with any type of maple stuff in it. Nowadays, everybody's doing maple. I mean, even in this series alone, 3 of the beers, actually all 3 of the re-release beers, this one, the French Toast Bastard, and Sweet Repute were all had maple influences to them, as well as I think Headless Guardsman did as well. But even that being said, every year that I've had this beer has just been a treat. I haven't had this year's yet, so I'm gonna stop yammering, cracking this guy open to see if it lives up to the expectations that it has every other year that I have tried it. Founders Brewing Company glass, proper glassware, makes it taste better, comes out a little darker than a cola, but once it hits that glass, it is pitch black. A nice, about half a finger mocha head going in on this one. It didn't pour too aggressively. I'm sure I can get another little head going there. Yeah, that mocha head, nice, frothy, compact bubbles on this guy. Shake it around, get a little bit more ahead. Nice lacing going on this guy. Yeah, I mean just pitch black in there, no light's getting through. Nice mocha head. It looks the part. Let's get a nose in her. Oh yeah. So this beer is pretty much their KBS in maple barrels. And you do pick up a lot that is of the base kind of KBS thing going on here. Lots of chocolate. A nice roastiness to this guy. There is that nice coffee just punch right in there too. Deep down in there, you do get a little bit of like a vanilla and a maple thing going on, kind of in the like way down deep in there. Not picking up any ethanol, no alcohol coming off of this guy. Not getting much barrel off of it. Smells amazing. I'm jumping in. Cheers. Definitely more barrel in the taste than on the nose. That's really good. That's really, really good. Higher side of medium mouthfeel. Nice amount of carbonation going on in here. Right up front, you're kind of hit with that nice chocolate and roastiness, as well as just a nice amount of just big espresso type coffee coming in through this guy. Really kind of a chocolate covered espresso bean going on there. Nice amount of coffee in this guy. So in the end, that's kind of where that kind of, about midway through the palate, kind of that like sweetness comes in. It's a vanilla type sweetness. You do pick up a little bit of that maple on the end. A little bit of an oaky, slightly dry finish on this guy. You can definitely tell the barrel is there. It's present, but it's not like really overwhelming, which is good because it doesn't like kind of distract from the beer. 11.7%. At the very end, you do get a little bit of the heat, but I mean, it's barely even there. It's very, very alcohol free as far as the taste throughout. It's just a little heat on the back end. The presence of that espresso coffee is really nice because it kind of comes through and cuts a little bit of that sweetness that this beer kind of presents with that maple and vanilla action going on there. Yeah, this is still a phenomenal beer. I absolutely love this beer. It it has not let me down from like what I expected from throughout the years. Yeah, that has a nice finish. That chocolate covered, little sweet um, chocolate covered espresso bean. Just a little bit of that sweet maple kind of there on the finish. Oh, God, that's really nice. That's really nice. I don't know why in the world they decided to bring this back this year after they're saying that they have retired it from in 2019, but so glad they did, because this one, as far as the 2023 Barrel Age Series beers, goes straight to the top of the list. This one by far outshines every beer in the series this year. I did have to make a little bit of a revision to the list. I kind of flip-flopped the Cherry KBS and Decaf Lime, just as I've had those a couple more times throughout the year. I think that the Decaf Lime just kind of offers a little bit more of what it says it's got in there. And lately, when I've had my latest time that I had the chocolate cherry KBS, those cherries, when I was picking up ever so slightly at the first initial review, they kind of fallen off and really disappeared off that beer, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, this guy, top of the list for sure. In fact, the top two beers, this guy and the Backwoods French Toast, French Toast Bastard, those two beers are in a league of their own as far as this year's Barrel Age Series goes. Those two are really good. I really enjoy both of those. The ones that can kind of come after that, the remaining, what is that, four, are just kind of meh at best. But this guy shines. Cost me $23.99 for a 4-pack. Well worth it in my opinion. I'll probably end up picking up another 4-pack because I don't know if or when they will release this beer again. I'm actually thinking about kind of doing a little vertical. I do have a couple more bottles of the 2023, the 2019. This is the 2017. I'm pretty sure in the cellar I do have a 2018. No 2011s. I don't think I have a 2014, although I might have one because I was thinking about maybe giving it 10 years. If I do find that next year in 2024, I'll probably do a vertical of all those. Give that one 10 years to pretty much fresh. See how that goes out. But I'm not sure if I have that 14. We shall see. If not, I'll do the other ones. But yeah, definitely well worth it in my opinion. Like I said, top of the list for this year's Barrel Age Series beers. Have you had all of this year's Barrel Age Series beers? Let me know what your list looks like, how you would rank them top to bottom, or which ones have you had and have you liked them. Also, what do you think 2024 will offer as far as the Barrel Age Series beers from Founders goes? I think that probably we will see maybe one or two re-release beers because it just seems like that's kind of what they're doing. Don't know what it might be. If they do one, I would be happy with it. Much more than that, it's kind of overkill. I like to see new things. I like new experiences. So I'm sure we'll see one, maybe two KBS variants as well. Hopefully they're a little bit better than this year's. I wouldn't mind seeing them bring back one of the KBS variants that did really well. Yeah, that's all I got for this one. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of it because it's damn fun. Hope y'all find one to enjoy as well. Cheers.